Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Space Station Silicon Valley for the Nintendo 64. In the last video, we finally made it to the engine room, and now for a level that I never made it to as a kid, and probably would have given me a hard time then as well. Maybe. It's Fat Bear Mountain, and got a bit of a mission here. Those cheeky little sheep have taken control of this old playground and locked a fat bear inside the hillside cavern down by the empty sheep dip pool. We need to kill the angry animals, and we need to flood the sheep dip pool. So we're playing as the racing mouse, which isn't great. And we need to make our way up here. Let's go ahead and break this, just to be on the safe side. Let's kind of move. Well, we can't move that. That's annoying. Well, there's some things we can do. We can attack the sheep, and if we're lucky... we weren't lucky enough. Welp. We'll get a sheep some other way. For now, let's go ahead and do a little bit of exploration. There's a power cell right here. Thankfully, I managed to pick it up, because it's easy to miss. And that's where the sheep went, apparently. Interesting. Now, if I can just get rid of you. Perfect. I can push this. This could help me with something, if I know what I'm doing. And I can do it right. This will take a little bit of doing. But I believe I can do this. There we go. Not exactly how I was expecting to do this, but I'll take it. Yeah, if you know what you're doing, you can sometimes push animals with other animals, and it's a little interesting. I don't think you're really expected to do this, but if you do it, well, it's something. Reason I'm doing this is because I am going to need an animal here later. And okay. Well, we've got him that way. Push you off the slope here. Oh, that's perfect. Alright, let's take a look at our surroundings real quick before we look around. You can press Z to, or Z to get the camera behind yourself, which is really nice. And yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. Okay, let's keep him here. Let's keep the sheep there for now, and let's continue to explore more of the level. Let's get some things going on over there. There are 2 sheep and a ram, which I don't want to mess with at the moment right there on that mountaintop. So let's not mess with them. Instead, let's take more of a look around and see what we can do. There's going to be plenty of places where we can jump. There are the switches. There's the sheep that I had earlier. Can't believe I managed some luck out on that. Now, we might as well just go ahead and go over here because, well, we need to do this in order to get one of the missions done. So what we need to do here is we need to avoid the dog. We cannot do anything to the dog as a racing mouse. We can't even attack it, which is weird. You'd think you'd be able to use the tail attack to attack the dog, but nope, it has no effect whatsoever. It does no damage. We need to hit this switch that I just touched in order to let the bear out. And we need to get the bear's attention. If we can get the bear to chase after us. Hey. Hey. Okay, he's right there. Get out of there. Why is he still... Okay. Okay, I have the desired effect. You need to get the bear over here and then get far away enough from him so that he stops messing with you and then he just goes back and does whatever. And you do need him to attack the dog, believe it or not. Now he's just going to do that. However, if I can do this, I can fight the bear. We've all wrestled bears. Gene LaBelle, Stu Hart, Arn Anderson. They've all wrestled bears. Okay. Now, if I can attack this thing from a distance, that'd be excellent. That would be peachy. Of course, I'm not going to do it that way. So, let's get closer to where we need to be and then attack the dog. Or, not attack the dog. We are the dog. Attack the bear from here. And if he does spot us, we can just get away from him that way. That's how you do it. You just shoot him with a bevy of missiles and then you just speed out of there like a champ. This takes a little bit of practice, but it can get done. What do I do from here? Can he see me? He can't see me. Well, we killed the angry animals. Now let's go ahead and explore that area that we saw earlier. Well, there's a power cell right here. We can get that. And there's a switch. Duh. Try something heavier. Gladly. Let's take the bear over to the switch. And by hitting the switch with the bear, we fill up the sheep dip tank. We turn on the tap. Now we can use the teleporter, but we're not done yet. Not yet by a long shot. Because we still have 12 power cells and a trophy to grab. And I thought I was close enough to the... I thought I was close enough to the dog to get that to matter, but apparently not. Can I attack you from here? No, apparently. Well, what about from here then? I can get the dog up here. It's just a matter of, can I do a thing? Okay. Well, I'm going to have to get close range, but if I can do it, I can destroy the ram. I can just destroy that, no problem. How are you going through all the missiles? Oh, now you want to come at me. That's fine. Of course, I still need to be careful. And, you know, not get hit a bunch of times. There we go. Had to do it from a distance, but it had to be done. And from here, we need to go this way. That way I can actually remember what I need to do. Let's grab some health just to be on the safe side. There's the other sheep. I will gladly take out both of them. Don't need the energy, but, well, in case I need it, it's there. Not like I really will. And now it's time to go ahead and push our way through this whole level and get everything that we can. We need to get all the power cells. Thankfully, I have a sheep right there. Managed to luck out and get that going. Let's grab that. Let's float over here. We can get everything in this direction. Though, I may have to get this from the other side. Not that I'm horribly bothered. We can do this. How are we looking? Okay, we just have 5 left. Not gonna lie here, the music here is rather pleasant. Then again, so is all the music in this game. So, the game has that going for it at least, which is fine. Alright. And I managed to get the... There we go. Managed to get the sheep to hop up there when I got close to the end of the ramp. Which is something. How are we looking? 3 more. Where in the world are they going to be? Need to look around. Well, there's one near the ramp that we just jumped off of. So we can get that easy. I could have gotten that as a racing mouse, but I forgot all about it. And yes, I'm floating just to make this faster. The sheep's little legs can only carry it so far so quickly. And now to look around. And actually, now that I think about it, there is a power cell that I can grab that's in that direction. And I can grab it from here. Now I just need to look around for the 1 or 2 I have remaining. Wherever those may be. So let's take a look around again. I may have to go... Is there anything there? No. Okay. How much do I... Okay, I have just the 1. Where's the 1? It's gonna be somewhere I didn't look. I can say that. Let's go back to... Let's go back to the cloud. let's look around from there. Thankfully, you can land on that, as I've mentioned and shown before. It's around here somewhere. Ah, it's near the switches, where I have not been. No wonder. And it's a good thing I did this. All right. Let's go ahead and get the other sheep over to here. Over to where the switches were. Because if I can do that, I'll be able to do what I need to do. And believe it or not, there is a way to hit all those switches. You had to be able to hit them all quickly enough so that one of them does not go back up. But you can't do that with even the racing dog, no matter how hard you try. So what do? Well, you have to leave a sheep at one of the switches, and then you have to bring another animal, either a sheep or a racing dog, over to the switch. Activate the one on the left. Make sure you have another animal close by. And, well, this isn't exactly how I wanted to do it, but I guess I'll do it. Basically, no matter what you do, in the end, you have to bring a sheep and the racing dog over to those switches. I thought I'd be able to do this with 2 sheep and, like, experiment with what the game gives me here. But, well, we're not getting that. So, sheep and racing dog it is, because apparently that's what the game wants. Yes, you're expected to figure out that you're supposed to do this. I'm not sure why. And you have to do that diagonally. Otherwise, you're not getting over that gap. Now, the sheep's right there. And the racing dog is quicker than the sheep and is therefore able to get to both switches and turn them on at the same time without either of them turning off. So there's that. Now, we need to get our hands on another sheep. Believe it or not. We just have to get back to the cloud. And then we can just get to the trophy. Or we can just do it from here. Now, you're probably wondering, hey, Watercress, how did you suddenly pick that trophy up? Because here's the thing. On the actual hardware, you cannot pick that trophy up. You just go straight through it because of a glitch. Basically, a flag that allows you to pick the trophy up as soon as you walk through it. It's basically the ability to do that has been turned off for that trophy. So you miss out on it no matter what, even if you know how to get it. However, thanks to the magic of emulation, there is now a bug fix for that, and I'll post a link to it in the description. For now, we have all the power cells, And we have the trophy. So now, we need to go to where the sheep dip pool was. Now, you're expected to push these blocks in such a way that you can easily get to the switch. However, there is a trick to this. First of all, you have to jump onto the top of the faucet as a regular sheep, and then you just float your way to the teleporter. No block pushing required. And what do you know? We have completed Fat Bear Mountain. Next up is Rocky Hard Place, which I have even less experience with because I never even got this far. Hard to believe that after this there's 3 more Euro levels to go. Incredible. Anyway, join me next time where we take on Rocky Hard Place and see if we can make heads or tails of it. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!